butchering Uso.
He's in one arm. He's in incredible pain. This would be how a king would operate.
Jey Uso had a little flurry at the beginning of this matchup, but that was it. It has been all Gunther since then. And now, the ring general, taking his time, getting up to the top rope, and that may have cost him. Jey Uso on himself a little bit of time.
Not able to throw his heaviest punch, but still able to throw something.
Not at all. Nothing behind that right hand that has been injured.
Decides to J.D. McDonough him instead.
And now, trying to use that bad arm to hook for the superplex. He wasn't able to do it, Pat. And now Gunther turns the attack right back at the arm. Did you notice Jey was going for the suplex, just couldn't use the arm?
He's got like a Kimura on the top rope right now.
Yeah, Gunther used this last week. And now trying to get Jey Uso to just quit. How much does Jey Uso have left?
The Heat Man never quits.
And oh, look at that! Samoan drop from the top rope, desperation move, but effective by Uso.
Great display of possibly desperation, but who cares? Samoan drop to give himself some time.
Yeah, Jey needing to dig down deep now. Semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament.
Gunther was in his zone. He was vibing. That Samoan drop stopped him in his tracks.
Top rope now by Jey. There's the cross body. Lateral press. Hooks the leg. On Gunther. Almost had him kicking to near fall. Watch this. Jey Uso with the impact of that cross body. But Jey is in serious trouble. He's hurting. Really has no use of his right arm right now. Both men back to their feet. Gunther delivering a chop.
This is the part of the match where Jey Uso.
And another one, and Jey standing up, and Jey fighting back now with his left hand. And another one to Gunther. Stunning Gunther, but that chop just dropped Jey again.
Toughness check in the middle of this from Uso.
Said it last week, this man's a Terminator. Oh my goodness. And Jey still fighting back. Look at the guts of Uso. And Jey with a step up enziguri, and he's got Gunther stunned.
Almost like those chops to the chest woke Jey Uso up.
What does Jey have left? Can he fight back into this? Can he dig down deep and put Gunther away to make it to Saturday?
King Eat signs in the background.
Gunther intercepted the kick and a chop. Ripping across the chest of Jey Uso. Kick to the face. Gunther's down. Uso looking to rally. Here's the cover. Hook to the leg. Gunther at 2.
Just like that, Jey Uso could have advanced in the King of the Ring tournament. Fighting for that crown.
The right to be named King.
Look at this super kick from Jey Uso.
Ask Stone Cold Steve Austin what it means to be King of the Ring. Ask Triple H what it means to be King of the Ring. Ask Sheamus what it means to be King of the Ring. It'll change your career. The opportunity to win a tournament like this against some of the best in the game. Jey now with a kick to the face, and again Gunther's down. And Pat, you can slowly feel the momentum beginning to shift in this match.
This is what Jey Uso likes. Both men beat up. Let's see who's tougher.
Stomping away at Gunther. Jey still smarting from the injured arm. Gunther making it back to his feet, at least somewhat. And Gunther, well, there's a drop kick. And now dragging Jey back to the middle of the ring. Gunther with him up, powerbomb down, stacks Uso. Shoulders kicked out.
How quick Gunther's moving this late in the match.
And now right back into the arm. The injured arm of Jey Uso. You got to wonder how much Jey has left if he's going to tap here. No one would think any less of Uso if he tapped with the damage that's already been done to that arm.
Could Jey Uso look at himself in the mirror if he tapped, though?
Senior official Chad Patton right there. What's Uso going to do? Can he hang on? Jey somehow has to try to drag himself to the bottom rope and force some sort of break, or do that. Rolls his way out. Misses with the right. Uso went for the spear and got intercepted. And a chop to the back of the neck. And now, sleeper locked in. And Gunther's shoulders were down, so he had to release the hold. Kick right to the throat of Jey Uso. And a German suplex released by Gunther.
Here we go. Gunther looking to end this right here, right now.
Gunther. Splash! Top rope! Cover to go to the finals. Jey Uso kicked out and he's still in it.
You see him flying through the sky right there?
One of those pterodactyls.
It did look like he was a human wearing a squirrel suit.
Oh! Cover the leg. Jey kicks again.
I mean, what is Gunther going to have to do to get Jey Uso's shoulders on the mat for 3 seconds?
Well, Gunther's been here with Uso before. He understands what Jey Uso's all about as you take another look at a huge man, Gunther, flying through the air like a zeppelin.
He is not supposed to fly the ring general, but he's willing to do so to become the king of the ring.
Wheels are turning. Gunther, who has so many different ways to put away his opponent. Now begins the mental breakdown of Jey Uso with the chops and the trash talk. This has been by the playbook for Gunther tonight. And another chop. Did you hear that?
Did you feel that?
Sounded like an explosion.
Down here in these North Carolina hills.
And Jey with a slap and a very rebellious Jey Uso, but it cost him chop after chop after chop. A relentless beatdown, merciless by Gunther.
You got 5 seconds, Gunther.
Spear! The spear, Gunther inadvertently caught the official with a backhand. Uso now top rope. Uso splash! Can he capitalize? I think he landed on the bad arm. But Jey trying to pull himself to the cover on Gunther here. Cover on Gunther. Hook of the leg. Patton back into position. And that slight hesitation may have cost Uso as Gunther kicks at 2.5. What a matchup here tonight in the semifinals.
Jey had it. Jey had it.
And now Gunther's had enough. Hooks the bad arm. Now he's got Jey in some sort of sleeper here. Legs wrapped like a constrictor around the waist. Jey Uso's fading. Gunther's got it locked in. Jey Uso with nowhere to go. Jey Uso doesn't have anything left, I don't believe. Referee Chad Patton gonna check him. It's over. Gunther advances to the finals. He'll face Randy Orton or Tama Tonga on Saturday.